Hi, everyone. Welcome to this new edition of the India InsurTech Podcast. Today, we have with us Ritesh, who is the Vice President of Business Consulting at Newgen Software. Welcome to the podcast, Ritesh. I'd love to begin by understanding what do you do at Newgen and what is Newgen doing in the Indian insurance space?
Thanks for having me here, Prashant, first of all. I work with Newgen Software, and my responsibilities include business consulting for the global aspect as such. And my areas of expertise are in the BFSI domain. Over the last 2 decades or so, I've been working in making non-digital organizations digital and transforming the way that they work. Well, Newgen, as such, is a very, very focused organization on a horizontal play, that's business process management, content management, and enterprise communication management. What we do with these set of products is ease the journeys of customers, employees, and all the touch points in the overall journey of a transaction to happen. We have specialized into banking, financial services, and insurance as such, and provide solutions for journey orchestration across the different lines of business, including life, non-life, health, commercial, in the insurance space as such.
Got it. What caught my attention, Ritesh, is that you've spent more than a couple of decades in the Indian insurance space. I'd love to understand, and I'd love for our members to learn on what your learnings have been, seeing the insurance space grow over the last 20 years or so, and if you can share some of it with us.
Well, the Indian insurance organization or the industry has changed a lot. So gone are the times when you had a policy sold to you, typically an LIC policy, sold to you by a friend, colleague, or a relative. So either someone used to work for LIC or every individual had an LIC policy. In fact, that's one of the biggest things that the Indian insurance industry accomplished in that era. Moving on, they moved into the privatization. Technology came in. And today, if you look at it, we have digital savvy insurance companies. In fact, if you need to buy a motor insurance, it's hardly that you go through a broker. It's bought directly. A travel insurance is bought directly. A large number of fintechs are coming into place in order to kind of motivate or revolutionize that space as such.
Understood. Now this, obviously in hindsight, we see that digitization has taken place and that has created a huge impact. Now, you've had learnings from the past. I'd love for you to tell us your thesis on the future of the Indian insurance space and what trends do you see coming in and changing and creating this impact of growth and catapulting it to the next level.
The coming times are really exciting, Prashant, and it's exciting to be part of this journey or the transformation that is happening. We've seen Gen Z, millennials, and others driving the insurance industry so far and moving it to the digital space. The coming times are going to be more exciting as such. Now, what would differ from an insurance company to an insurance company is the level of individualization that they can do. And in that individualization, how would you be able to kind of orchestrate the overall journey, cutting across information flow from the front end, that's the customer experience layer, to the mid office, which is the underwriting and other things. And finally, the back office, that's archival of documents and other things. So the differentiator would be the customer experience, how easily you are able to kind of give him this experience through integration with a lot of insurtechs, fintechs, and others. In fact, if you look at it, the Indian health insurance and life insurance may kind of look at consolidating things together because it's ultimately how you do the underwriting remains pretty much the same. What can also change going in the future is the amount of data that's available, which is exciting and scary at times. You have your connected cars, which can give you information on how fast are you driving, the amount of time you've spent on your cell phones and others. How would you utilize this data for onboarding or probably determining the premium associated to motor insurance? Or at the time of claim, how do you settle the claim? So all these things would make a difference. Health insurance is going to undergo a lot of exciting changes, probably integration with the Ayushman Bharat portal or the connected devices that you wear would make a lot of difference in how you kind of make the overall premiums and the claims to work for you.
Uh, and I'd love to also know a little bit about how Newgen is plugging into the space. We understood what happened in hindsight, what your thesis for the future is. How is Newgen contributing to the space, and how are you going to be impacting the industry?
Newgen has always been on the cutting edge of digitalization in terms of technology. We always strive and work towards the ease of the journeys as we look at it, the customer experience as we look at it. Going in the future, Newgen strives and would strive to be ahead again, where it'll kind of work towards easing out the experience across the different layers that I talked about. That's customer experience, operational excellence, and finally, business innovation. Utilizing the data that we have available in order to make the journeys much more smoother and much more efficient. One of the important aspects that we are working on is the concept of communication journey orchestration. That basically means that your communications that are going out one way at the moment, how can we build them into proactively working towards responding to customers in a more empathetic and uh, contextual manner. So a lot of impetus is on easing out the overall journey, looking at the churn management, looking at the way things are done in order to make things better. And I'm really excited about these times to come and catering to the Indian insurance industry as such.
Sounds exciting, Ritesh. I think we're going to see a lot of changes happening in the space, and we'll be on the lookout for how Newgen brings about this impact. We'd like to wish you the best from the India InsurTech Association, and thanks for being a part of this podcast today.
Thank you. Thank you, Prashant, for having me, and excited to be part of the IIA Association as such, and many more things to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much.